Yeah, let's go. Yeah. We came a long way. That's what the song say. And I could do all
It's Madden NFL 22, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Broncos and the Hawks on Monday night.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I think that everyone is looking forward to seeing Drew Lock take the next step in the quarterback evolutionary process. Decision-making is something that he's working on improving because he's got plenty of arm and makes excellent off-platform throws. What he's seeking now? To be consistent in all of his processes.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Lock. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Are you serious?
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Locke. And that is incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Nifty move. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They give it to Williams, running right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Second and 2. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Fights loose. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Wilson. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Locke gonna throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They look to throw. It's Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. They run it with Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Here's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw it is Locke. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. KJ Hamler returning it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Williams. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Second and 9. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. He's got it at the 15. And he's taken down inside the red zone, past the Seattle 15. A huge play there for Denver. These two teams all tied after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. To throw is Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Now McManus for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Carson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Block now to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Block now on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Working with a 2nd and 3. This is Carson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Carson. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Second down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Bring it! Time to go to work. Let's go. Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing. Time to go to work.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Wilson will throw again toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, we've seen an incomplete pass and an attempted run, not getting them anywhere at all. I'm not sure they're committed on this drive about what they want to do. I just wonder if they just say, listen, let's line up and run this thing and make it 4-down territory.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The kick by McManus is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all three will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. Lock's throw caught here by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We gotta step it up.
Throwing now is Lock. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. You better be afraid of me.
Lock working out of the gun. And that's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Now Lock. Room to run, Pet. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And they've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now Wilson on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third down, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Locke.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Block now on first down. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Second and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Myers' kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Come on now.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Let's go.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. I told you.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Make it happen.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped. Good coverage downfield. And he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically. But it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos will extend their lead. That's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Let's go.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Let's get it. Come on.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. To throw it is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Coming to you. 54's Mike. Check.
They run the counter. Carson, and they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Locke. His throw incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Locke now to throw. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Locke, gotta have this one. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Locke. He'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Locke to throw. This caught by Fant toward the sideline. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Draw play. This is Carson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hamler now to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Denver's offense ready to go again. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. To throw is Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 4th quarter, Down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? Would he break a couple of tackles? I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Second and 11 now. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end, we win. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.